veil surrounds you, encloses you, and holds you. You want to get out? But you're not protected there. What is your protection? And what is your loss? It will be you. Your faith is yours.
First moment of awakening tends to make you rigid when it's so cold all around. But these steps towards facing the cold are the ones awakening the most. Without a lot of movement inside, toughening up is determined by how many layers you pick. Since it's so cold, working against rigidity has changed. It takes more effort to generate heat, even though I drink tea all year round. Mostly contrast makes me feel much more, which helps me maintain balance. That's why I like the feeling of appreciation when filling myself with something warm these times. But all this hard work, all this doing, at some point, weakness raises the question of what all this might be good for. I could just turn on the heater, but would that make me feel warmer? And when the inner drive is down, what to do then? The answer is always to try. But it's not easy when your mind is wide open and flooded with thoughts. Then it's time to realize again that ambitious striving can only flourish in balance. This is the moment when new senses are called for. The act of doing, of falling into enrichment from the outside to be able to switch off overthinking. To give free rein to these senses, the uninfluenced ones. I have done this too seldom lately. I have seen little of this unspoiled environment. Even though it's so inspiring and draws so much out of you. It's so easy to fall into a productivity frenzy if you don't actively disengage from thinking that you need to go further. I've caught myself in this act again. And I can see again that without paying attention to the space of balance, there is no point in trying harder. Because any further step is just a reach beyond the maximum of current capacity. In making such progress, I believe that cooperation and sharing with someone of like mind can be crucial to manifestation. Because that's also a part of how we learn. A lot of us evolves through social environments. We get so much clarity through an exchange. But I have not only avoided it, I have not called it out to myself. I should push this more. Allow my thoughts to be in harmony with more human exchange again. I will internalize the exchange from out here, because you have it here too, even if no one is speaking. And even if you try and can't find the words, you can always get an answer in what you see. You just have to keep all your senses open and try to find yourself in peace. As with everything, the tone of our behavior shapes us. We must try to understand its meaning and venture into the new. And when we return to the hectic, to the madness, we must remain calm, even at higher speeds, because the only one left behind in all this stress is ourselves. If we don't remain calm, we will stand still and our inner voice will slowly fade into silence. But I want to hear it, recognize my questions in its answers, and thus find true balance in my sense of things.